Hello, I'm Dan from HealthWave, and here is a HealthWave Hub demo tour, just showing you around some of the amazing things that the Hub has to offer. So the very first thing you want to do when you head to the Hub is to head over to your profile by just clicking where my picture is here. This is really important because when you, which I'll show you in a moment, upload your first resource, it then locks your username. So what you need to do is make sure you pop in your username and fill in some information about yourself as well. And if you like, also subscribe to our newsletter. So once you've clicked save, you can head back to your hub, and the team that you're in for this demo will be in the Black Country. And I'll just head back to the hub now. Now, once that's done, we are raring to go. So as you can see, you have the search bar at the top. This is obviously an easiest way for you to find any particular resources that you may wish to come across. Now, you have the resources that have been uploaded with the most recent first, and they all then come down, as you can see, further and further down the page. Now, at the bottom of the page, we have our featured collections, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about, obviously, the resources and collections in a moment. But as you can see, we have numerous different featured collections here, including some NHS app bite-sized videos and also collections around cost of living support and how people that you're supporting can get some access to loaned kits and devices. So we're just heading back up the screen again, and just to show you a little bit more about a resource. So once a resource has been uploaded to the system, as you can see, what you can then do is if you head into Visit Link, and you can see everything that is part of that resource. So this one is let's talk about cancer. All the information you're supporting and around this, or for yourself. Now, if you then want somebody to receive that information, you can then simply share it with them. And if I just head back here, and it's really simple to share resources with the people you're supporting by simply just selecting the share resource button. And there is numerous different media channels that you can then share that with. Now, as you can see, there's WhatsApp as well. A few of these things, if you aren't set up with them on your desktop, or I assume you will be if you're using this on your mobile device, but sometimes it will need a little setup. But once you're good to go, you can just start running with it. Now, we also have the QR code. So if you ever have you want to create a poster from your resource and you want to just put some basic information about the resource, but then want those tech savvy people who know how to use their QR code to find it, you can even print off a QR code for each resource. Now, the beauty of the Hub is building these resources into collections. So you're not just sending individuals resource after resource. Now, this is really, really simple to do. And obviously, I mentioned the collections earlier. Now, if you were to pop some individual resources into a collection, it's really simple to do. You would just select add to collection. And for this, I will just do create new collection for this example. And I would just say cancer resources. Description. Look, I've already got something. It's like a blue P to that. Resources around supporting those and their families living with cancer. And then keywords, we'll just pop in cancer. And these keywords can be really important. Just for this example, I'll just leave it as one. But anything that you can think of that would be a searchable word for that collection or resource, make sure you pop them in, press enter individually for each one. And then when people are searching for your resources or collections in the search bar, it will be more prominent and easier to find. So I'm just going to press create collection. And then I'll just add back to cancer resources. And I just see here there's a few more. So there's one about prostate cancer here. So I'll just add that to the collection, cancer resources. And then we'll just add one more. I can see there's a few others, but again, this is just for this demo. And brilliant, that is our collection built. So what I'm going to do now is head over here, and I'm just going to go to my workspace. And as you can see here, I've got my cancer resources collection. So if I just press the edit tool, I can upload an image to support, make it just sort of stick out that little bit more for the collection. If at any point I want to remove any of the resources because they're not relevant, I can do this without losing my whole collection. And I can also add in more keywords or change the wording around it as well. And then you'd simply select save, and your collection would be good to go. Another way that you can also do this is if you was in your Black Country team as a team user, and you could just select your collections up here. Obviously, we've got cancer resources. There they are. You can share those resources individually, but again, also share the collection. And it's as simple as that. Really, really easy to do. So I'll just show you a few more of the featured collections, and please always get in touch. We're very feedback driven here at Healthwave. So yeah, please get in touch if you have a collection that you believe should be featured, that you hope that people would benefit from. As you can see, here's one that somebody made not long ago, Prescriptions Made Easy. So you just click into that one. And as you can see, you've got different tips and advice on how you can either get free prescriptions, how you can get supported help with prescriptions, and even how people can get prescriptions delivered for free to their home. If you like any of the featured collections, you can also save that collection. And as always, you can share it as well across all the different media channels. So just heading back to the Black Country now, and just going to show you how you would create and upload a resource. So this time I'm just going to head to the Black Country, head to create resource, and then share a web link. And this is so simple to do. For the example, I'm just going to use BBC News, paste that resource URL in. And it depends how the website's built, but most websites are good enough to do this. Sometimes you might have to do a little bit of extra work yourself, but this is for us pre-populated an image, which you are able to edit and change if you like. It's pre-populated the name of your resource, but again, you can edit this. And it's also pre-populated something about the as well. But what we could do for this, just to show you, is we can just take a few of the words away, just so it doesn't fill it up too much. And it's always really important, as I mentioned, with those keywords, news, sport, and weather. And then we'd click save. That would go to one of the Healthwave elves. And during the working week, this is going to get approved within 24 hours. But if I'm totally honest with you, it'll be approved within an hour to 2 hours, assuming that somebody from the team is available to get that done. And then once that is all actioned and you click save, and go to the hub, that would then just sit there as the most recent resource for you, ready to use. You'll also get an email to say that the resource has been approved as well, so you know when it's good to go. And then last but not least, I'll just show you a custom resource and how to add one of those as well. So heading back here, and this time a custom resource. These are great. If you've got like a poster or something without a web page, these work perfectly for events as well. And you can pop in your title, your summary, an image, which could be the poster, type all the information you want about the event in question as well. But what the beauty of this one is, you can also schedule a post. So with that, you can have a start date and an end date for your resource. So this is great that if it's say it's for a Christmas fair that's being held on Christmas Eve, December the 24th, you could pop this for December the 25th, and then the resource will drop off the system on the 25th, making sure that none of the information on the hub is old and irrelevant. And again, you would just save the post, and that would then go for approval. And finally, I did say last but not least, but just a couple more bits that I hadn't mentioned. Your notifications here. So these are just where the recent activity for resources that have been posted. And also just to show you your workspace. So this is your space, which is your free space to do as you please and get things raring to go. You've got your collections that you've created, your saved collections, and your resources here as well that you've uploaded. So that is the Healthwave Hub tour. I hope you all enjoyed that and have taken as much as you can from it. Now, I appreciate that you may have questions, so please get in touch, and hope you have fun using the hub. With the main bit of it, just use the hub to help others access the services that they need, and make sure that everybody finds out what is going on in your area so that they can be supported. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.